Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to see the intent in Android. So let's understand first of all what is the intent. Intent is a service which basically used to pass the data between the applications. Actually intent is used to start the services, start the activities and deliver the broadcast in an Android. So there are two types of intent, implicit and explicit. So both intent we basically categorize into internal part and external. Let's discuss about the explicit intent. So explicit intent is used to switch between the activities internally, and implicit intent is used to pass the data externally. So let's see the demonstration, the implicit intent and explicit intent. So for demonstrate intent we took two buttons, explicit intent and implicit intent. For this button we do the code for the explicit intent, and for this button we do the code for the implicit intent. So this is our design part. So straight away we go for the coding. So first of all declare our component. Button B1, create the objects for both the button B1 and B2. Then initialize both the button B1 is equal to find view by id r.id dot button. This is your first button, and B2 is equal to find view by id r.id dot button 2. So this is initialization of both the buttons. Now we are going to implement the intent. So for button 1 we are going to implement explicit intent. So for that we apply the set on click listener event on this button, and its on click event we are going to apply. So to implement implicit intent we do the code like this: intent it is equal to new intent. Here we need to mention intent dot action view. Action view. Then using this intent it dot set data, here we pass URI dot parse, and here you need to mention the name of source which we want to move. So here I write http www.google.com. So this is our implicit intent example, and finally we need to start this intent using start activity method. Start activity it. So this is the implementation of implicit intent. Now we are going for the explicit intent. So before we are going to code, we do some change. We add new activity file to demonstrate explicit intent. So here we add one activity which is called as a second and finish. In second activity we do just change, we enter one text view over there. And in that text view we just entered message, hi user, you are now in second activity. So using this we can easily understand we are moved to the second activity. So that is why we just mentioned that message. Just fixes warnings. Just do some formatting over here using text appearance. I just change the color of that text. Also I do bold, and size of that text is small. So now this is your second activity. So now go to the main activity.java and here implement explicit intent. So we use button 2 for that. Same, we apply set on click listener on button 2, and here now we apply the explicit intent. So same code is there, just change small changes there. Intent id is equal to new intent, and here we retrieve new intent, and here we require base context, get base context, and here just mention the name of activity which you want to move. We already created a second activity, so here you just mention second dot class. So using this code we move to the second activity, and here as well last start activity method. So this is the basic implementation of explicit intent and implicit intent. So just run the application and check the output. So see, your application is successfully deployed into the emulator. Check the output. Let's see first of all implicit intent. Click on the button implicit intent. It will redirect to www.google.com. So from the application to the google.com. So this is the example of implicit intent. So let's check also explicit intent. So once you click on the explicit intent button, it will redirect to the second activity.xml. Check. See, you are successfully redirected to the second activity. So this way you can use the intent to navigate between the activities, start the services and deliver the broadcast. So this is the example of intent and its type, explicit intent and implicit intent. Hope you will understand. Thank you for watching.